So, this wasn't a video I was expecting to record. That's why I'm in my robe and everything's a mess, and I actually am not wearing my hat right now. But I think many of us, especially those who were followers and subscribers of the YouTuber Cyrus, has caught on to what has happened and what how he's been exposed for the harassment and uh, just a lot of other shitty stuff that he's done. I personally don't really want to talk about more of that in details. There link in description below of other YouTubers that go much more in depth and much more in detail of what exactly he did. The point of this video is just kind of a rant, vent, message. If Cyrus ever even finds this video, which I doubt he will, considering how small my channel is, but it's just one of those rare occasions. Like, I see all the time a bunch of YouTubers that get exposed, but I usually only know them by name, if even that. This is one of the rare occasions where the attachment is there, and it's a YouTuber that I not only watched a lot, but also inspired me. And Cyrus, despite being a few years younger than me, I looked up to him. He was a huge inspiration for my channel. He is one of the main reasons, if not the final spark, of what pushed me to actually start posting videos 2 years ago. The first video, Did Disney Change Too Much in Mulan? That video existed mainly because of Cyrus. Cyrus, for those who don't know, Cyrus was a YouTuber, a commentary, just talked about events going on, about shows and drama and just fun little things. And he generally seemed like a pretty cool dude. I never spoke to him personally, but I was always, I was on the Discord. It was a really tight community. He would post videos all the time, and he was also just really young. When I started watching him, he was like 15 years old. Like, he was 15 years old. And he just seemed like a really nice kid who just did not have a filter, who said what he wanted to say and ran with it. And that was a huge inspiration because, once again, he's younger than me, but I always was shy about that, to just fully rant out your emotions on YouTube. I remember just sitting in my freshman year. I was sitting in my college's lounge with a bunch of other of my friends, gamers. We were talking about different YouTubers and making jokes about how much they probably make more than any of us, and talking about just some of the huge inspiration. And during that conversation, I brought up Cyrus because at that time I was binge watching his videos pretty much every day. Like, I was watching his videos nonstop. And I made a joke saying that this 15-year-old kid is probably making more than our student loan debts or something like that. And how he has, all these people that just adore and love him. And immediately after, I got on my phone and ordered a better mic on Amazon. Because after, like, saying that out loud and saying that out loud, it was just like, wow, this kid actually did it. Like, this random 15-year-old kid got a camera and a mic and made something out of himself, which was something I've always wanted to do. And it was like, Cyrus was that proof. Like, if some random 15-year-old kid can do it, so can I. And I always admire to be someone who just says it how says it as it is, or just say what I think is on my mind, regardless if it's might be offensive or if people might think it's too much, or, I just wanted to say what's on my mind. And even going on to the channel, he was like one of the inspirations of when I officially started it back in the summer, how I would portray myself on the channel, and just being myself and not letting that fear of what people, will say and how they will react to me, get to me. Because, I've had people tell me that I'm cringe, or people, make fun of my voice, my weight, my look. Some people, not maliciously, but just say how I sound very unprofessional. And it was just like, yeah, that's kind of the point. I'm just criticizing, critiquing, stating my opinion with no real professionalism at all. Though I do try to be, open-minded and not as biased, but Cyrus was such a huge inspiration to me, and I just found out not too long ago everything that he did to those people and all the victims that came forward. And I try to be skeptical on this. My philosophy is that if they come on Twitter, be skeptical because it's Twitter. But Cyrus himself uploaded a video confessing to it all. So you don't get more concrete than that. And currently, now, as I'm recording this video, his entire channel is pretty much dead. He's privatized all of his videos. His community post is gone. Everything's just, and his Discord, I believe he deleted it because I was on his Discord. I went on Discord to see the group and it was completely gone. So I'm just going to assume he's just calling it here and either going to stay off YouTube for a while and then maybe come back, or he's just done with YouTube altogether. I don't know how you can recover from this, because the issue with YouTube, and this is something even me, if I ever reach somewhere where this can become a career one day, I understand that if you lose YouTube, you lose it all. It is very, very hard to recover and to come back once you fuck up really big, like the way Cyrus did. Because even if people are willing to forgive, people can't forget. And Cyrus, you let a lot of people down. Like, I'm sure you get it. I hope you get it. But you really fucked up and you really let a lot of people down. You had over 1.4 million subscribers, and that is a dream. Like, I'm 23 years old and I haven't even hit 3K. And I've been posting on YouTube officially for like 2 years now, and you did it. At 15, you were having hundreds of thousands of subscribers, thousands of views on the trending page, and people just admiring you and loving you. And I mean, I looked up to you. It's so weird to think like this, to know that such a person that I looked up to and had this huge inspiration on my channel turned out to be just another piece of shit in the pile. And it's weird because you never think it will be the people you like. We have quite a few YouTubers: Creep Show, Mini Lad, Ohm Record, Lewis, more recently, EDP. I knew most of them by name, but I was never really attached to them. I knew them by name. I watched Ohm Record with Delirious sometimes just on his channel, but not really much. Same thing with Mini Lad. I was subscribed to all of them, but never really watched them unless they were with Vanos and Delirious. So when things, and EDB, I didn't even know anything about. Same thing with Creep Show, anything about either of them until the drama and them being exposed came out. So I only knew them by name and never really had the disappointment. But I watched Cyrus. I watched Cyrus all the time. You mean not more recently because of life and then my own channel, but there was a time where all I watched was Cyrus. During the pandemic, the heart of the quarantine, it was all Cyrus. And that was because he inspired my channel. If any of you guys, didn't like or liked the way I presented myself these last few months, a lot of it's because of Cyrus. So, it's weird to say that. It's sickening to say that. I was not expecting to make this video because I liked the kid. I really did. And it sucks. It really does. So, Cyrus, if you ever come upon this video, you really did fuck up. And I'm disappointed. You seemed like a nice kid. But, I don't wish no ill will. I feel sorry for the victims. I'm glad they were able to step forward and expose what's wrong. I don't pity you, Cyrus. I don't. But I do hope that there is some future where you can become a better person, and regardless if that future involves YouTube or not, that you really learn from this, because you're still young and you're dumb. You made a grand mistake, but I don't think it's also, I think, actually, I don't know. I'm not going to say redemption or talk like that, but I hope that you learned something from all of this. Because even now, I'm still learning exactly everything that's in more details of what went on, but it really sucks. It really sucks. It sucks when on my own channel, a huge part of the way I presented it from that inspiration turned out to be so bad, So, yeah, it really sucks, but that's just how it is. That's just life. That's just YouTube, and my only wish is that other people can learn from his mistake and not make the same mistake. I in seeing all these YouTubers fall from this, it always gives me the best reminder to this is what you don't want to fuck up. You don't. Because if you risk everything on YouTube and you lose it all. And very few people can come back from it. And I don't think Cyrus can come back from this. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm not gonna, that's pretty much it. This is just, like I said, a rant, vent, disappointment, because Cyrus was a huge inspiration of mine. I watched his videos all the time. I used to feel like it was weird that someone younger than me could inspire me so much, but that's just the power of YouTube and the power of just being yourself on a camera, or what I thought was themselves on a camera. And it's what I want to do on my own channel. It's to find that one person who doesn't think it's possible, see me and be like, okay, this Carol did it, I can do it too. Because that's what Cyrus was for me. It was the kid who did it. So, yeah. So, that's about it. If you really want to know more in depth about exactly what happened, link in the description below to two YouTubers that go much more in depth. This is just my way of just letting it all out and then closing the book on it. And hoping and learning and making sure that I don't make the same mistakes that these people do, because you don't want to it is just one of those things where you really don't know your hero until they become a villain. Till next time.